As a consequence of 2017, we initiated, together with millions of Kenyans, the BBI process that was meant to build bridges and create inclusive politics and end ethnic majoritarianism. If the court had subjected its decision to stop BBI to a cost-benefit analysis, in other words, if it had considered the burden of choice, then there are questions the judiciary would have asked. If we indeed were at a constitutional moment, is a decision against BBI a decision in support of the status quo? If BBI were to be stopped, who carries the burden of choice? On whose shoulders will ethnic majoritarianism rest? And who will carry the burden of losing 30% of our national budget every 5 years due to the toxic politics that BBI sought to resolve? The judiciary would have asked itself another question. Can Kenya truly be a democracy if the people are denied the opportunity to express their sovereign and supreme choice at the ballot box on the basis of elevating technicalities over the overriding objectives of the law? Our Constitution, fellow Kenyans, is not a yoke around our necks, but rather it should be a mighty sword that can break the chains that limit all of us as citizens. But we cannot engage in political stabilization if we continue to live in political denial. For instance, and I will say it again, everyone knows that the BBI is good. It's good for our country. It is even good for those people who are unhappy with it. But too many Kenyans have embraced fear of change over the need to continuously strive for a more fair, just, peaceful, cohesive, and democratic Kenya. They oppose the bill sometimes not because of its substance, which even its harshest critics concede is good, but because, unlike our founding fathers, they cannot dare to imagine a better Kenya for all. Fellow Kenyans, as I said of the judiciary, their decisions must consider the letter of the law, but fundamentally, the spirit of the law must also guide them. I say so with all humility because the spirit of the law is the light that will illuminate the burden of the choices that they make. For every decision they make, the spirit of the law will lead them to the consequences of their choices. The judiciary should be guided by the spirit of the law, and political stabilization will be easily achieved. The BBI dream is to send even more resources to the counties in order to catalyze their accelerated development. And that is why we have proposed under the BBI to send 35% of our national revenue to counties.